Hello everyone, this is Amit here. I'll walk you through today's Bank Nifty Futures price action analysis using 1 minute candlestick chart. This video should be an interesting one because I try to apply a different way of analyzing today, not completely different, but it is going into much more detail in terms of bar by bar analysis. Yeah, recently I watched a video by Al Brooks on price action trading, specifically about entering late into trends, that is available on his site brookstradingcourse.com. And I learned few insights that I try to apply today. Okay, so as you know, bar by bar story is unfolding, right? There's a lot of information that is being given or dropped by each bar, every single bar, and we need to be able to read it clearly and take action. Now, for this, you need an open mind, because if you have a bias and you are going with that bias, when you are bullish or bearish, you are not open. You need to see what is going on every single bar. Who is strong? Who is holding the ground? Is someone giving up? Is someone being disappointed? Okay, because disappointment could give you early warning signs of possible pullback or reversals, because the guys who were betting on the trend continuation are not doing so anymore, right? So let's look at this uh, chart and today's price action analysis and try and see what kind of trades were available, and I hope it helps. Okay, so the dark blue line is yesterday's high. You'll see a lot of horizontal lines that I have drawn today to illustrate a concept that we'll go through bar by bar. So bar opened below the moving average, possibly below this trading range price action. It tested the low of this bull spot, the open, and it pushed the prices up, and it closed above yesterday's high, which is an important resistance. So bar 1 is telling you a story that bulls are strong, at least as of now. They have managed to get past moving average and get past yesterday's high, right? Note that down in your mind or in your brain. Okay, so should we go long about this bar high or at the bar's close? Yeah, you might, but I did not, because when you see such a big bar, there's a possibility of some reaction before it continues, right? So somebody who bought this close of bar 1, they will need a wider stop, right? And accordingly the trade needs to be managed. Okay, and someone who did not, let's see what they can do. What happened on bar 2 is that somebody who bought the close, it went just few ticks or points above and it started going down, right? And then it touched the moving average. This the yellow line is the moving average, 20 period moving average, right? And it touched it, and again the bulls applied the pressure, and all the selling was getting soaked up. That is a signal that bulls are really strong. So now you buy at the close of bar 1 or above bar 1 high. It's up to you. Okay, so you go long about this bar's high, which is high is 17,430, sorry, 17,456 is the high, and 17,452.80, so around 3 points difference between high and close, right? So you go long about this bar, it triggers in bar 2. That's where I have shown this green arrow, right? Now what do you see? Strong first bar, and this bar 2 also closed very strong with very little tick or tail on top. What is it telling you? 2 bars consecutively. Context is roaring out loudly that it's a strong bull trend. We managed to get past yesterday's high, a possible continuation that you should bet on. So this is who missed to get into this long trade about this bar, now buying the close of this bar. This is where entering into the trade. This is not too late yet. Okay, I'll talk about entering late as well, but someone who couldn't manage to get in here is actually entering late. So buy the close, So the guy will get in at 17,466, right? I'm using 10 point stop. The low is 460, so the stop was not hit for this guy as well. Someone who bought in here is making profit already. This bar went up and closed bullish, although there is a tail, right? Someone will buy this close as well, right? And then there's inside uh, bar which closed inside. Of course, it went up, but there is a possible slowness or slowing up of momentum, right? So someone who bought it here, then the bar still went up. Bulls are still pricing up. Someone who bought about this bar's high, which is 456, has already made 30 points profit, right? Somebody who is buying in here, high is 460, this close, which is 466, has made 20 points profits at least. They might decide to wait further, or they might scalp it out. Okay, so you have to manage the trade based on how you want to go with it. You might want to scalp it, you might want to swing it, but if you are buying late, you need to be prepared to use wider stop, because your stop is, if you're buying here, your stop is going to be somewhere here, right? You have to assume this is the risk and accordingly uh, enter your position size, right? Because you don't want to lose too much in just one trade. So what happened next? Bulls went up till this level, which is somebody who is buying the close of this bar as well, which is closes 490. What's happening to that guy? What will he do? Is basically by the close, he's betting on the continuation. He's ready to put a wide stop or scale in somewhere lower, right? So now let's see what happened. Bear sold the close of this bar, so some profit booking, or bear sense that this trend is weakening here because tail on top, tail on top. So that's what they are betting on. These are aggressive bears. What do you see? Strong close, right? Somebody closed, somebody sold this close, right? Because they're betting on this failure now or weakening. So they will at least get more till moving average. If not reversal, but decent profit is what I'm expecting. Then there's a follow, the strong bear follow through, right? So those are selling. Somebody sold the close of this bar as well. What is the close? 464.95, 465, 465, 465. So it was not exactly at the same price. So somebody might have bought, sold a little bit higher, right? So bears betting on the pullback till moving average or possible reversal. The bulls who bought into this area, this high or this high, are still holding, or even this guy, because he's going to scale in lower. Now, interesting price action is developing. Watch what's going on, right? You see, this low is 465, this low is 465, this low is 465. So what's going on here? Okay, bears are not getting any strong push down. These guys bulls managed to poke about this area. So someone who bought in here, okay, might, if they're weak bulls, they scaled in lower and they're trying to get out here. They're basically got in here and they bought somewhere here, and this average price will be somewhere around this area, and they got out here, which means they made overall profit, right? The guy who has gotten here has already gotten out at 20 points, or if he's still holding, he might have added few more units here and then betting on continuation. The guy who bought it here is possibly scaling in here, okay, and now he's going to wait for the price to go up. See what happened here. The bears, for the bears story, right? Those who sold the close of this bar, betting on the bear continuation. What's happening? Uh, Bulls, as I mentioned, some bulls took profit. Bears scaled in here. They try to push the prices down, but they did not manage to get much, right? And then what you see next is this bar, wherein uh, the bulls bought the close of this bar and pushed the prices up, very strong close, right? And so those who bought in here, they scaled in lower here and possibly got out at break even, or they're still holding, right? Depends on your trade management capabilities, right? So at least they're seeing the sigh of relief that now they're getting to get out at break even. Those who are holding, still holding and betting on continuation, what will they do? What is going on here is this is a doji bar. The bears try to apply the pressure here, okay, and then this bear bar you see. What's those who sold the close of this bar, they were desperate to get out now at break even, okay, but that did not even manage. That's why you see this tail. Those bears are now getting out, so they are trapped in this short trade. Who at least got in late or who did not scale in, somebody who managed to scale in here are basically getting out. The average price will be somewhere around this area, and they managed to get some profits possibly, and some had to get out at break even. So that's why you see this tail. This is a trend line coming out from these lows, so some support here, and so you can clearly see the bears are disappointed now, right? And that's why you can bet on bull continuation here. That's exactly what happened. Bulls try to push the prices up, some resistance here, but you can see that higher lows are being maintained. So if you got long about this bar, which is high is 477, you will get in long here. It did not hit your stop of 10 points, and it continued to push the prices up. You can see clearly this breakout here. Now this line was the highest close of the uptrend up till this point, right? Now see what is the reaction at that point, because closes are important, right? What do you see next? This bar exactly closed at 489.90, and this is 490, just a tick or two shy of that. And then what do you see? There's no bear pressure, no failure here. All that was there was soaked up. This is a clear sign that bull breakout is imminent, right? So that is where you get long one more time. So you get long at 489.90 or 490 point something, and then you bet this is basically 512, and this is 520. So you got at least 30 points from this move here. Okay, what do you see next? Right now, those who are really entering late, let's say they bought in here, they have made profit. Let's say they're buying it here, right? Are they making profit is what we need to see here. So here is where some people bought, but what happened? The close was, this bar's close was sold, and bears took the charge completely. But those bulls are possibly scaling in below this bar, right? They immediately stopped the selling, bought this low, and pushing the prices up. So they bought in here, they bought in here, the average price is somewhere here, and then they're getting out at profit over here, right? Now, what do you see next? Okay, I have drawn this line, and there's a parallel to that line. There's one failure at this area, and then this bulls possibly are giving up now. They're not expecting much continuation. That's where the bears come into picture, and they fail the breakout one more time. This is the second time it is happening. The failure is happening now. So bears are possibly taking the control. Either it is going to be a trading range price action, or the price will reverse. We don't know that for sure. So we wait for further price action clues, or if you are aggressive enough, you wait on at least the move till moving average and get short, right? So you can see there are so many trades that are possible. Are you open to read the price action, the story that is being told every single bar, and you're reading it clearly with open mind? I have tried to outline the trades as I could understand, or I was able to find them out. There may be more trades that I'm not able to pinpoint because I'm still learning and trying to understand the nuances of price action, how advanced or very advanced traders are trading it and making profit, right? Coming back to this price action analysis, the bears sold here and there is a continuation, 5 bear bars. Now those some who bought it here and did not get out here, they are possibly scaling in lower here. What's going on for them is they scaling in lower. That's why you see this bar where they bought the close of this bearish bar. There's a moving average support. Plus this big bar is there that did not want the prices to go below this. So what you see is this price move. Those who bought in, they want at least the break even exit now. So this is where they got in. This area is where they got in, right? Long, and then they scaled in lower here, and this is the break even point. That is where they got out, and so bulls were not any more interested in buying, and that's where the bears sense that they sold the close of this bar and started pushing the prices down. Okay, you see that continuation here after the moving average breakout. Follow through is there. Price weak response by bulls. It's getting stalled at the moving average and then continuing to fall down. It's not an immediate fall down, but by 9:45 this is what happened. So I did not look at any further price action. But now you can look at the chart and see that uh, bears had taken the charge. Bulls were disappointed because the moment they decided to get out here means there is no more continuation that was possible. So this is a clue that is being dropped, and you can position yourself accordingly, right? You can see that the price is failing at moving average consecutively multiple times, and that's a sign that bears are owning this price action. You can draw this trend line here, and that might act as an important one for the remaining day or rest of the day, right? You can also look at the channel that might be going on with this price action, the bear channel. Now this was the bullish channel after the spike, and now it has turned into a bearish channel. Okay, it might get stalled over and come back up for the continuation or major move extension of this move, that we don't know for sure yet. Okay, so that's it from my side as far as today's price action analysis is concerned. I try to bring in different perspective or a detailed way of analyzing the stuff. I hope it helped you to learn something new. This is my first day to analyze the price using that type of method. I'm sure I'll be able to refine this further and be a better trader every single day. And it will be interesting to really unfold a story with these dimensions, and I'm really loving it. Okay, what is the summary for today? You had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, where this is 30 plus points. This one is 20 points. This one is definitely 30 points, and this one is also 30 points. So you were able to manage at least 100 points in just one day, buying 940 or 45. There are more trades that are possible here, but it is really exhausting to analyze so much information happening so fast. So that's why I just focus on 30 minutes, first 30 minutes of the opening range, and make sure I'm disciplined and focused and are able to take trades. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped.